Seahawks, and welcome to The Current. I'm your host, Dean McDonald, and today I'm here in the studio with Seth Billmire to interview him about his position as Vice President of the UNCW Rock Climbing Club. Seth, it's great to have you here today.
I'm really excited to be here, Dean. Let's get going.
All right, so Seth, why don't we start off with you telling me a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about what you do, and then discuss how you got into rock climbing in the first place.
So I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I just moved here to Wilmington to study exercise science. And when I moved here, my roommate climbed. And he said, one day, you should come with me to the rock wall. And that was it. As soon as I started, I was really hooked. And I've been going back at least once or twice a week ever since then. It's really fun activity, good exercise, and there's a great community around it.
Mm-hmm. And is most of your climbing at walls, or have you gone on any cool trips or anything?
Yeah, so I actually got to go on a trip with UNCW Adventures last semester to Pilots Mountain, do a little bit of outdoor climbing, a little bit of outdoor top rope and bouldering. But most of the time I spend at the wall on campus. But the outdoor climbing is really fun.
Definitely, yeah. So could you speak to the benefits of rock climbing, mentally, physically, and socially?
Yeah, definitely. So first, mentally, I think it's always good to exercise. You know, exercise helps with your mental health a ton. And then there's also a great community around rock climbing. Almost every single time you go to the wall, there's some really nice people that are working there that are going to be good friends and, you know, help take your mind off exams and homework or whatever else you have going on. Physically, it's exercise. Exercise is always good. You're moving, you're pulling yourself up. There's something like super primal about rock climbing. It's just like you going up, and that's fun. So it's great mentally and physically. And what was the third component of that question? Socially, yeah. I already covered that. There's great people in the rock climbing club and that work at the rock wall.
Mm-hmm. If you had to say your favorite thing about rock climbing and bouldering, what would that be?
Man, favorite thing. There's so many things. I think the best part about it is just the escape that it gives you. You know, when you're rock climbing, you're focused on not falling. That's one of the most important parts. Luckily, at the rock wall here on campus, it's very safe and you can fall and be all right. But when you're going up the wall and focused on getting up, you're not really thinking about anything else that's going on in your life. So, I mean, you could have the biggest exam of your life the next day, but when you're at the rock wall, you're just spending time with friends, trying to, you know, almost figure out the puzzle of getting to the top of the route that you're on. And that gives a great escape. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite part.
All right. And what about a least favorite, or at least something that new people wanting to get into rock climbing should look out for?
I think one of the downfalls of rock climbing is how tough it can be to get into. It's kind of a intimidating activity, and then when you're not involved in such a great community like the UNC Wilmington Rock Club, it's kind of hard to get into because you have to pay a membership or a day pass to get to a rock wall. And if you want to go outside and rock climb, all of the equipment can really start to add up, and none of it is unnecessary. You need rope, you need a harness, you need a helmet, and all that stuff. It can add up. So the expenses can be a lot and make it hard for beginners to get into rock climbing.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the UNCW Rock Climbing Club?
So the UNCW Rock Climbing Club, we're kind of just restarting this semester. I know that there's been a rock climbing club in the past and there's been involvement, but we're kind of starting brand new with all new members this semester. Gabby is our president. She was involved in the past, and I know that she's trying to, you know, take some of the ideas from our past rock climbing club tries and put them into this year's club. But right now we're very low on our like needs as a club. You don't need to attend every single meeting. You don't have to be experienced with rock climbing. You can just come show up. We're doing meetings about once a week or every other week right now, and it's just a group of people that hang out at the rock wall, climb. Some don't climb. I haven't been able to climb for the last couple of meetings because I had a hurt finger, so I just go there, hang out, talk to people. It's a great experience.
All right. And are you guys planning on doing any sort of group excursions or anything like that?
We don't have any plans right now, but that would definitely be an awesome part, especially if we had some more experienced members who have all the necessary equipment and are able to organize such a thing. That'd be awesome, you know, similar to what I did with adventures last semester and go to Pilots Mountain. I think that's one of the closest areas and also, you know, beginner-friendly areas to Wilmington.
Definitely, yeah. In your personal opinion, what kind of person should join the UNCW Rock Climbing Club?
I don't think that there is any particular kind of person that would fit with our club. We have a very diverse club. I think that's one of the good things about rock climbing is that there's very easy routes that are, you know, easy for some people, challenging for other people. And then there's very challenging routes that some of the best rock climbers in the world would have to think about going up. That's what I like. Another thing that I like about the rock climbing wall is it provides a challenge for athletic people of all types.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, yeah. Could you explain a little bit about the different tools and equipment used during rock climbing? And do you guys as a club have a way to provide that for your members?
Yeah. So like I said, there's a lot of necessary equipment when rock climbing, especially if you're doing top rope or trad or lead climbing. Luckily, at the rock wall at UNCW, you do not need to have any equipment. You can show up with just clothes on, and they will be able to supply you with everything you need as long as you have your one card. So there's multiple types of rock climbing, as I mentioned. With bouldering, really the only equipment you're going to need is shoes. You could even not have climbing shoes on and still be able to boulder. But to have the most fun experience, you're going to want climbing shoes and chalk. And like I said, the rock wall has both of those things as long as you have your one card. And then the other type of climbing that our rock wall offers is top rope. And so for that, you're going to need a harness. Also climbing shoes and chalk will help. And the harness can be provided. And if you ever are going to go outdoor climbing, bouldering, or top rope, you're going to need PPE, you're going to need a helmet, you're going to need a crash pad, things that are going to keep you safe. That's the most important part about rock climbing is staying safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know you guys as a club just started very recently. Where are you and the other club members and officers hoping to take this club in the future?
Yeah, so I think one of the things you mentioned earlier, the group excursions, is probably one of the major goals of our club, is being able to take our club away from the rock wall and maybe going to other schools or other outdoor climbing places. Things like that, just growing is a major part of being an executive member of the club.
Mm-hmm. Well, amazing. It sounds like there's really great stuff ahead. Well, Seth, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been really great talking to you. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back with Rock Climbing Trivia Limbo after these messages.
Awesome.
Did you know? Rock climbing was invented in 1968 by Sir Richard Climbing when he tried to hike twice at the same time. He ended up climbing a rock with nothing but a shoelace and a paperclip. And just like that, a new sport was born. If you're interested in the UNCW Rock Climbing Club, you can find them on Wavelink or inquire at the climbing wall in the rec center. Now let's dive in and see how much Seth knows about rock climbing and find out how low he can go.
Hello, and welcome back to The Current. Famous rock climber Royal Robbins once said, "Better we raise our skill than lower the climb." And today, we're going to be testing Seth's skill and lowering the bar in rock climbing trivia limbo. So Seth, it's going to start off easy. You're going to limbo under this bar and then answer a question about rock climbing. You'll get a point for each success, but both the questions and the limbo will get harder as we go on.
All right.
You ready?
I think so.
Let's go. Let's start off with our first limbo there.
Okay.
Go ahead and give that a shot. Incredible job. That's your first point right there.
Wonderful.
All right, and now we're going to do our first question. Question number 1. This UNCW organization was established in the 2023 fall semester and is currently headed by President Gabriella Ray.
That's got to be the Rock Climbing Club.
That is correct. There's your second point there. And we'll move on to our next level of limbo.
Getting low.
There you go. Amazing job bringing your total up to 3 points. And we're moving on to question number 2. This climber, famous for his death-defying style of climbing, was the subject of the 2018 documentary film Free Solo.
Alex Honnold.
That is correct. Up to 4 points. And we'll go ahead and do another limbo there. You are killing it with those. Look at you go. All right, question number 3. This knot, most commonly used to tie in, requires the user to follow through.
Is that a figure 8 knot?
That is correct. Figure 8 follow through or trace 8.
Ah.
There you go.
Okie dokie.
All right, let's go to our next level of limbo there. You're just killing that. Getting hard?
Yeah.
All
That was
right.
a close one. I could feel it brushing my nose. Not
Okay.
literally. I didn't touch it. Promise.
That's all right. Question number 4. This belay device, first produced by Black Diamond, consisting of only 2 metal channels and a retainer loop.
That's a ATC. Air
That
traffic
is
control.
correct, gaining you another point. And for a bonus question, I'll give you another point if you can tell me what ATC stands for.
Air traffic control.
That is correct. Wonderful job. All right, let's go on to our next level of limbo. Oh my! Are we gonna count that one? I'll give that one to you. You didn't
I can
touch
redo
the
it.
bar.
I feel confident in my ability.
I'll give that one to
Okay.
you. You didn't touch the bar.
I almost
That was
fell.
incredible. All right. Question number 5. In climbing terms, a big open hold that you can get your whole hand around.
I think that might be a jug.
That is correct. A jug or a bucket.
Bucket.
That's right.
Nice. Next
And now
level
on
of
to
limbo.
our final level of limbo here.
Final level. I hope I pass.
Wow! Incredible job, Seth. All right, now on for our 6th and final question.
Okay.
This is the hardest one. You ready?
Got it.
All right. This unique climbing move, which requires the climber to use their arms to push outward, shares a name with a certain Disney strongman.
Disney strongman. That's got to be a hint. Could it be Hercules?
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. The answer we were looking for was Gaston
Gaston. He's from something.
from Beauty and the Beast. That's right.
Real handsome guy.
But that was our final question, bringing your final total up to 12 points.
Wow.
Congratulations, crew.
Thank
Let's
you.
show him what he won.
Oh, what could it be? Oh my goodness. A rock.
It's your very own pet rock.
This is wonderful. I'll put it in my home.
We really appreciate that. Congratulations, and thank you for coming out. Thank you again for coming out. And thank you for watching this week's episode of The Current. We hope to see you again very soon. Go Seahawks, and have a great night.